Welcome to Thoughts Off the Stem. Thanks for joining the sesh with me, Justin Barone. I hope you're having a good day, good week, good month, good year. I hope that life's being good to you is what I'm saying. You ever been driving in the car and then you've had to focus? Like you can't find an address or some shit, and then next thing you know, you're turning down the stereo, you drive down, shut up, Janice. Let me just do this, okay? I'm trying to find 172 Plymouth Drive. Do you know where that is? Because I don't know where that is, but all this extra fucking noise in here is just causing me to miss everything. We've driven in circles for an hour, Janice. So can you just shut up for a second, Janice? We don't need any more boys to men, Janice. You ever had one of those moments? Because I had one of those moments the other day. Realized I was trying to focus, so I tried to find an address. Instead of doing that, I decided I need to turn the radio down to give clarity to my vision. As if the glasses on my head weren't enough to actually see the numbers on the houses. Yeah, people do weird shit, man. I'm one of those people, for sure. I had a friend of mine. They came to me the other day, or not the other day, but like a while ago. They come to me. They say, hey, Justin, I have a problem with my roommate. I'm pissed off at my roommate. This roommate was a sublet roommate, so they were only in for like a couple days. This person comes up to me, tells me, hey, my roommate's pissing me off. I say, because I'm always curious, I say, why? Why are they pissing you off? What's happening? Please tell me. I would like to know, because I'm curious to know about the human condition. So this person then tells me, well, see, here's the thing. At home, I have a water cup. This water cup, it sits beside the couch on a table in the living room. This water cup never moves. This is my water cup. I keep this water cup here because I want water, and when I want water, I want my water cup to be right there, right? Yeah, so they have this water cup. Now, the new roommate, the one that's a sublet, has come in, and you know what they were doing? They were going around the apartment, or the house, sorry. They were going around the house. They were cleaning up. They were cleaning up after themselves. And then they happened to wash the friend of mine's water cup. The water cup that's not supposed to leave the table beside the couch in the living room so that they can have water whenever they want to have water. I say, do you not see the weirdness in this? In the oddity and the fact that you're pissed off at somebody for cleaning your dishes? And tidying up the house? You don't see that as weird? Well, this is what they tell me. They say, well, I like to have water. I want my water right there when I want my water. I don't want to have to go finding the cup. I'm like, you don't want to have to get up and get a clean cup from a cupboard? You would much rather have a standing water, germ-infested pool, 2-inch by 2-inch pool sitting beside you on the couch at all times? Do you clean the cup every time you use it? No. Sometimes you rinse it out. You know what's in there? Germs, bacteria, gross stuff. It doesn't just rinse out with the water. It clings on for dear life. Imagine that the globe was going to get washed off. Would every human not hang on for dear life? Yes, we would. Guess what? So does bacteria. When it's sitting in a cup, on a couch, in your living room, on a table beside the couch so that you can have water. The person that you're pissed off at did something nice for you. They cleaned your dishes because you're lazy and gross. So I wouldn't be pissed off at them. I would be thanking them because it's insane to think that you would be mad at somebody for cleaning up your dishes. They didn't have to do that. You know what they thought they were doing? Something nice for you, to show you that, hey, like, I'm a contributing member of this house. Not you. You didn't take it that way. You know what you did? You turned around and got pissed at them for cleaning up your garbage. That's insane. That's weird. That's weird shit. That's some of the weird shit that people do. The other weird thing that people do. Have you ever noticed, like, I started a new job, okay? I'm like 10 minutes in, and all of a sudden, I meet this guy, he doesn't even introduce himself. He just starts asking me questions, like, about what the job is. I don't know, dude. I showed up the same time you showed up. You know as much as I know. If anybody's asking anybody questions, you should be asking this guy over here that's talking to us, telling us what's going on, these questions, because I have no idea what your questions are. I don't understand what's happening. I don't understand why you think that I'm the authority on the answers for this, because I'm wearing the same trainee vest that you're wearing, okay? It's insane. And then they go from asking all those questions to telling you their life story. That's weird. People that tell you their life story. Weird people. Dude, why? Why do some people think that it is okay in a social setting to just divulge all of your information to the first person that you see? Is it because you're lonely and your cat doesn't listen to you anymore? Is it because you wish that you had friends and you don't have friends? Or do you have friends and this is what you do to all of your friends? And if that's the case, how are these friends still friends with you? See what I'm saying? People do weird shit all the time, man. I feel like a lot of the times the weird stuff that we talk about here is done by the same people. Like the individual that has to turn the radio down to see where they're going better is the same person that might get pissed off at their roommate for cleaning up standing like a little mosquito pond, a mosquito bucket in your living room. You know, that person. Excuse me. That person that also has that little those tendencies to have a mosquito pond and then turn down the radio so that they could see better because somehow their hearing affects their vision and it doesn't work right. They're also the same type of person, I think, that would sit next to somebody brand new at a party on a couch and just tell them everything. Just be like, hey, so the other day, my mom called me. She went in to get her hip replaced. And then she was talking about the incontinence that comes along with the procedure because now all of a sudden, she's all stopped up, you know? And she can't go. But then when she does go, she doesn't know she's going. It just kind of happens. And then now she has to wear diapers. Like, I didn't need to know this. This was not a thing that Justin needed to be told. But for whatever reason, these people that have these weird tendencies, that's the thing that they do. They just spew it all out to you. I get that one a lot. I get a lot of people. I don't know if I have a friendly face. I don't know if I'm just like, I wonder sometimes as I get older, if I walk around with like this look on my face that's just like, I love everything that everyone tells me. Because I feel like people tell me everything a lot, like more frequently than it should actually happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I have one of those faces where people just, they get comfortable real quick. And the next thing you know, it's just word vomit. And you get everything that's ever happened to them from the time that they came out of the womb. I don't know if you feel that way, but I definitely feel like somebody like it's a commonplace in my life, man. I think those people that are also willing to tell you their life story the second that they meet you are also the type of people. Have you noticed? I don't know if it's like a cultural thing or what, but I don't ever remember a time in my life living in Canada where you'd be in line at something and somebody would be like pressed right up against you. Like they literally have, nutsack to like your thigh on the side because they can't quite get close enough to wherever they're going and it's a line and they have to just be as tight as possible. I don't know if that's like a cultural thing that started to happen with, more and more immigration. I also don't know if it's maybe just like the way society's going. People just don't have an understanding of fucking personal space or like, yeah, personal space. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been in a lot of lines lately where I've been standing there and next thing I know, I feel a dude like brush up behind me. Like, are they trying to get my wallet? Because my wallet's never in my back pocket, ever. You'll never know where it is, but it's never in my back pocket because I'm afraid somebody's going to walk by, pickpocket me, and just take off with my life savings. Okay? So is that what they're trying to do? Am I attractive? Am I giving off like some kind of attractive attitude or like look? Is that what's happening? I'm giving off this attractive vibe, so they like you gotta press up on me just to feel what it's like. I don't understand because I've had people do it like a few times now in various settings. I've had it happen at the bank, which was the one that was like super concerning. I've had it happen at like a coffee shop, which is really weird because like, where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Everybody's in the same spot, dude. Like this is fucked up that you're pressing your junk against my leg because you think I can move farther. I like personal space. Please don't rub your twig and berries on my thighs. It's not a place for your stuff. Your stuff stays between your stuff. My stuff stays on my stuff. You stay on that side, I stay on this side. I don't know why people are rubbing up on each other. Are you just very lonely and you really just need to, get some like human contact? Because there's better ways of doing it than just rubbing your junk on me. I've started to recently understand what it's like to be a hot chick because like I feel like dudes with hot chicks will just walk up and start rubbing nuts on them. Like you think you're getting away with it. That's why you see a lot of guys in jogging pants riding the subway and the bus because it's an easy way to get a feel, But I think the dudes that do that or the people that do that rub up on you in line or in public places, I think those people are also the type of people that will tell you, their entire life story upon meeting. Like, while they're rubbing their nuts on your leg, they're telling you their life story. And you're terrified, confused, and definitely a little intrigued by what's happening. So you can't move. You're stuck. You're stuck in, like, I don't know if it's fear, but it's definitely not comfortable, whatever it is. And you just can't, like a doe in headlights. Like, you're about to get smoked by the bus, and there's nothing you could do about it because you're already stuck in a pothole with nuts. And you've made direct eye contact with the driver. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's what I think. I think all these people all these weird things that people do have a common theme of people that do these weird things. I said before, like, I don't tell people's my life story. I don't tell people my life story when I first meet them. But I am also not opposed to talking to people. So, sometimes I say things that I probably shouldn't say, which is probably weird in itself. But for you to tell me everything that's happened to you, like I said, from, vag to now, like, I don't need to know that. That's not a thing that I need to worry about or get down with, And you're also obviously the type of person that would maybe get mad at somebody for moving your water cup, or not even moving it, cleaning your water cup and making it a refreshing experience. Because if you want to stay hydrated, you don't need germs. You need the water. And you need the water to be clean and pure water, nice, clean, filtered water, delicious water with vitamins and minerals, not with little hairs and fucking dust particles and, the string from your jacket. It's fucking weird, dude. Why would you get mad at somebody for cleaning your cup? Fucking weird. I told that person, I was like, look, I think you're not looking at this quite right. You live in a bit of a mess, and this person cleaned up. You should probably be a little nicer about it. I'm just saying, You know what else is weird? Dudes that nut loud. That's right. I said it. Don't look at me funny. The reason that I'm bringing this up, okay, is because I dated a girl in university once that had 4 other roommates, and they all lived in one house. And a lot of the times, we would all go out together to the bar. So at different points, people had different partners. There was this one girl who had a boyfriend. Now this dude, because sometimes, you go to the bar and then everybody gets home and they pair off with and it's, college time, fun time, right? So everybody's in their respective places doing their respective things. And then all of a sudden, I'm lying there with the girl I was dating, and you just hear this dude who sounded like he was murdering a lion. Just, ah! I half expected him to be like, "This is Sparta," and kick a door open or something. He was so loud. It was like, Rambo, when Rambo, like, he's got the machine and he's just, as he's like spraying down the Vietnam forest, Wait, maybe that was Predator. Whoever it was. It's Jesse Ventura. That's what it was. Jesse Ventura cutting down an entire forest with a helicopter gun. The chain gun. And then, and they just mow down the whole jungle. That was this dude. That was the sound of this dude. I'm telling you, dude. It was fucking weird, okay? And it's weird to hear it. Because we're lying in bed after our little session of fun, and then you hear this guy murdering a lion and proclaiming his, dominance. And the next morning we get up and we start talking to some of the roommates, and the other roommates are like, yeah, what the fuck was that all about? Everybody heard it. It was loud. You couldn't miss it. Like, if you're a dude, you can, like, a good, you get a little like grunting and this and that going, but you don't need to sound like you're murdering a village. Okay. And you don't need everybody to hear it. You just need the lady or the dude that you're with. You need them to know that you're into it. The whole fucking block doesn't need to know, On the switch side of that, this same girl, when one time we were, having good time, fun time, and she starts singing like Neil Young. or Phil Collins or something. I don't know, but she was singing something, and you stop, because when that happens, you're like, what am I doing? Obviously, I'm not doing this right. You're so bored that you're now practicing a hobby while we're smashing uglies. It was weird. It was super weird, dude. So like, I stopped and I looked at her and I go, what are you doing? And she goes, what? I go, you're singing like Eric Clapton. Like, what am I not entertaining you? And she's like, oh no, when I'm happy and I feel good, I sing. I was like, that's the most load of bullshit line I think I've ever heard. That's what, that you're fucking up. Okay. As a dude, if you're, trying to give her a good time, fun time, and she's singing James Blunt, like her brain is somewhere else, wishing that somebody could push the right buttons, because this fucking heap of flesh on top of me is not cutting it. That's what's going through her head for sure. Then you're doing it wrong. But also, like, maybe don't practice your hobbies in the middle of sex, even if you're not enjoying it. Okay, but I'm just saying, just be nice. That's a weird thing to do. It's a weird thing to crank out some Janis Joplin when your favorite person is like in there. You know what I'm saying? It's probably not like the opportune time for this to happen, right? At the same time, okay, if you're gonna sing during sex, you also, girls, let's be honest. I dated a few that were just like, oh my god, I've dated a few people that have acted as if they're like porn stars. We don't need that either. We don't need you to sing, and we don't need you to pretend that you are whatever porn star is going on. We just need you to be into it. That's it, okay? It's weird if you sing, and it's weird if you overact it. We don't need overacting. We're simple creatures. If you are enjoying it or you're not enjoying it, tell us what to do. We'll fix it. That's all I'm saying, okay? But it's also weird for people to do that, because I think we've all had that one person that was like, oh, and then you're like, what are you doing? That's way overkill. There's no way you feel that good, You know what else is weird though? As like, I feel like the people that scream and like overdo it like that, it's people that get Botox. Botox is weird, dude. I don't understand why you want to look like a Muppet from Labyrinth or the Dark Crystal. Like, your face does not, and especially as the rest of your face gets older, like, just let your face be your face, dude. Like, you don't have to do all the stuff. All you have to do is just be you, because like, there's no time where you put filler in your face and the rest of your face goes, cool, man, we'll just stay like this. No, your face does your face and ages around the filler, and then the filler is like a cliff that's holding on the rest of your droopy. You know what I'm saying? It looks weird. It doesn't matter if you're young. It doesn't matter if you're old. If you have shit in your head that's not supposed to be in your head, or that was like injected into your head, or even sometimes your ass, okay? It doesn't look right. It's off-putting. Like, I said it, you don't want to be, okay? You don't want to be the person that's referred to as the Muppet from the Dark Crystal. Dude, it's fucked up, okay? Stop shooting shit in your face. If you need a new face, well, I'm sorry, but you don't need a new face, okay? You just have to accept a lot of the beauty of people is the fact that you are confident in how you look and feel. That's what I'm saying. Just be you, dude. You don't need to shove shit in your head to like keep it all together, okay? It's weird. It's weird. And then when you try to talk and if you laugh and smile, like, it looks like two balloons that are being overstretched, and there's no more give, and then they get stuck that way. That's just the way it is. Like, no, thank you. Okay. Now I have to say, I'm guilty of this weird thing that people do. Looking at your poop. I don't know about you, but do you look at your poop? Because after I poop, I always look at my poop. I'm like, I did that. I'm very proud of that. I poop good. Me, big pooper. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I look at my poop. But it's weird to look at your poop after you poop. It's good. You should look at your poop. But most doctors say that you should, just to keep an eye on how you're doing, because your poop tells you a lot about you. I have good poops. I feel great after a poop. I feel like I've accomplished something in the day. You know? But it is weird because, again, you're staring into a pile of your poop and being very proud of analyzing and being very proud of your current accomplishment. It's the weirdest thing. You look at it, you're like, I did that. I made that snake. That pencil, ooh, that might be a problem. But I made that snake. That big, windy anaconda of crap. That's the type of shit you want to see. My shit sinks. That's what you need. You need good sinking poops. But it's weird that you look at it. It's like, is it instinct to look at it? Because I've always looked at my poops. It's like not even a question. I poop and I look at it and I'm like, oh, that looks good, because it looks exactly how it felt. You know, a lot of the times, if like you have a hard one to get out, you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, I can understand how that makes sense. When I look at that, I feel it again. You know, or a really good one, you're like, oh my God, that was sad. Like one time I pooped a burrito. Literally, I ate a burrito and it was big, dude. It was like the size of a sub or a hoagie. And then when I pooped it, it came out the same size that it was made in. I know I chewed it, but it came out in the exact same size that it was delivered to me in. Okay? And that shit was one of the most satisfying. Like, I felt empty after that. I felt delightful. Okay? You couldn't, and that it was just amazing. I don't know what to tell you. Like, my poops, you got to look at your poop. Even though it's weird to look at your poop, you got to look at your poop. You know what you don't need to do? What I just did. You don't need to describe your poop in detail to people at any situation. My kids, at dinner time, my girls, we talk about farts all the time, and then it inevitably at some point turns into a discussion about poops and what the poops were like. Especially if you catch one of us coming out of the bathroom, like somebody will be like, oh, don't go in there for a bit, just to give you a warning. But then they'll describe the poop. Like, you don't need to describe the poop. I've had my parents call me to tell me what's going on, and they've described how they've pooped, like whether they couldn't poop, and then when they did, they were able to poop again, and then how that poop felt. And we don't need to do that as people. That's weird. You don't need to call someone to be like, dude, I just shit an anaconda. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. It's unnecessary. But it's a weird thing that people do, and I do it. I do it with my kids. When my parents call me and tell me about their ailments, which is one thing, and then they start talking about how, like, the frequency of their shits. That's what I'm like, did I really need this phone call? Because you really don't need to let people know how you poop. But yeah, those are the weird things that I think that people do, that I've seen people do, that I do too. I do some of these things. I mean, I told you I was involved in some of these stories. I'm just saying. But yeah, those are my thoughts off the stem for this week. I hope you enjoyed the sesh. I hope you come back next week with me, Justin Barone, on Thoughts Off the Stem. Check out tots420.com for some blogs and some links to the stuff. I hope you enjoyed the sesh. If you did, follow it, subscribe to it. Yeah. Until next time. Oh, that was a big hit. You heard it? Dude, that was straight to the lungs. That had me talking funny. Oh. Until next time, keep your lids low, baby. Jesus, I really didn't need to do that. That was excessive.